There's another Star Wars movie.
Get out of the way of the poster. They gotta see it. Rogue One, a Star Wars story directed by Gareth Edwards, came out just this past week here in the United States, and we have some thoughts about it.
At least, I have some really good thoughts, and Seal has some, well, we'll get to that thoughts.
I have some medium thoughts, yeah. I'll just keep in that shot of us just looking at the poster and admiring.
Getting right into it, I think this movie was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might have been... It's not as good as, like, the 7th Star Wars movie, but it's definitely... It holds its ground against it, and it was right under that. At least that's what I thought. Seal, what do you think?
You know, I thought it was alright. It's definitely not a prequel, that's for sure. It's prequels here, Rogue One, infinitely farther up. But I would definitely place it below every other Star Wars movie so far.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Alright, what was so great about it?
Well, first of all, we've never seen Star Wars like this. It's gritty, it's dirty on the ground. You see the stormtroopers, they're not like, you know, shiny white anymore. It's like they got dirt in between them. They're dirty, they're gritty. Overall, just like, it's a war movie.
It is a war movie.
Like,
set
before
in the
Star
Wars universe.
It's a war movie before a Star Wars movie. That's like, that's a dream.
Yeah. But there were a lot of issues that I found with this movie.
What issues did you find with this movie, Steel?
Namely, the characters, a lot of them are pretty bland, I have to say. My favorite by far was K2SO, the robot guy. He was hilarious. Like, the crowd was... They were loving it in the theater, and I was loving it too. He's so funny. He's got some of the best just deadbeat delivery in any movie I've seen this year, probably. Also, Donnie Yen.
Donnie Yen!
He was pretty great.
Best character in the movie.
And he's like...
Hands down.
He, like, introduces a whole new aspect, like, the religious aspect to the Star Wars universe. Where he channels the Force through his belief, and it's pretty awesome.
He seems like one of those annoying nerds who, like, always makes references to stuff. He always seems he seems like he has no idea what's going on around him. And people are, like, kind of getting pissed off by, like, he's going around, like, praying about the Force and stuff. And people around him are just like, what are you doing, dude?
But then on the other hand, using the Force, he could beat you up if he wanted to. And the dude's blind, too, so, you know, as you see in the trailers, he beats up a ton of stormtroopers. And they don't see it coming. He's, like, what's a blind guy gonna do? He's basically, he's like Daredevil, but with the Force.
This is like, he's the badass, like the definition of badass. You go to the dictionary, Donnie Yen's right there. Badass.
That's true.
Best character in the movie, hands down. I did agree with you with the character development. Not a lot of characters are developed, including the main character of Jyn Erso.
Right.
I didn't feel emotionally attached to her. Really, at all.
Right. She's the only one that gets a backstory, and I honestly don't know if she deserved it. If she got a backstory, she should have gotten more development, whereas characters like Donnie Yen's character, and then his friend Baze something, I don't remember his
name. Bounty hunter guy.
Yeah, whatever. They were pretty cool characters. I would like to see more of them. Same with the, there's the pilot that's no, that's a spoiler, I can't say that. But he's a pilot. He could have gotten more development too. Diego Luna's character, he was also underdeveloped. Him and Jyn Erso probably about on the same level of character development. Pretty underwhelming, especially since they're the main characters.
There was a part of this where I was like, yeah, they're really not going to develop her character that well. It was when there's a certain scene in the movie and she sees a certain character and she starts crying and you feel nothing. Like, nothing at all.
I totally agree.
Yeah, nothing at all. You have no emotional attachment whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty cool scene, though, otherwise. But
yeah.
There's just, especially in the first half of the movie, the weight is just not there.
That's definitely one thing I would agree with you on this movie. With this movie, is that the first half of this movie is really slow.
What a drag. Oh! I wasn't, focused in the movie. It didn't have me.
Yeah, no, I was in the theater with my girlfriend, and we were making fun of how many planets they were, like, introducing at the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
I couldn't keep
They're just
track.
like, Planet 1, Planet 2, Planet 2, and then, like, Planet 4, we were just like, another one. Another one. How many planets can they fit into this movie? Just shove them in there, just shove it down their throat, just another planet. Yes, it jumped around way too much for the beginning part of the movie. I would have been fine with them just following Jyn Erso around and somehow finding the rest of the characters through that.
Maybe done it flashback style would have worked a bit better, I think.
That would have worked really well, yes. The second half of the movie...
It does hit a point, a very specific point. There's one scene I think you can point to where it's like, okay, the movie's good now.
Like a lot of exponential, like, yes, this is why I came to this.
Yeah.
This is all the trailer stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
and it was good. And parts of it at the end are pretty, like, the emotional weight gets there. It just takes a long time to get there.
Very true, very true. But the end of this movie, the final
It's
climactic
intense.
battle, that's a 10 out of 10,
It goes
11
down.
out of 10. Like, one of the best, like, I don't know, scenes in, like,
Battle
film this
scenes,
year.
Yeah.
Battle scenes in
It
film
was
this year.
intense. It was long, too. It was definitely rivals the Avengers for longest climax in a movie.
Oh my god.
But it switches up often enough, and it cuts between different things that are happening. It does not lose your interest. There's enough going on that it's all interesting, and you want to keep watching it, even though you're like, wow, this action's been going on for 40 minutes. But it's like, it's fine because it's cool, and it's good, and it's got everything it needs to have.
Another problem I have with this movie, like, I really loved it, but the CGI
Oh, God.
of... At a point,
Oh,
they
God.
have a cameo of a certain player. You'll be certain character. You'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
I could tell 100% he was CGI the
Mhm.
entire time. They were trying to cover it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Did
call
not
it a
fool
cameo.
me.
He was a big part of this movie. And it was
And
too much.
They put him right in the center of the screen.
Oh, God, it was...
And it did not look
It
good.
was so unnerving. I was like, oh, that's not there. You're acting in front of nothing.
Yeah.
It works for certain things. Like, Maz Kanata was done really well in The Force Awakens. But with the way they tried to do it in this movie, it's a no-go. There was one thing I had an issue with. A lot of times when somebody is hitting somebody else in this movie, there's no contact made, and you can tell. Like, that really bugged me.
I didn't see it.
I saw it every time.
I didn't see it.
It was like, if you've seen the TV show Legends of Tomorrow, it was like that level of atrocious at points. There were points where it was good, but there was definitely a lot of it where somebody was not making contact with somebody and they were falling over. Like, it was like this. Like that. And it bugged me every time. I was like, come on, this is Star Wars. I don't know the budget, but it's insane. Like, why can't you just hit the person? They can pay for the medical bills. It's Star Wars. It's fine. I guess you didn't see it, but I don't know.
I didn't see it. All I saw was really awesome fighting scenes between, like, little ground rebel soldiers and giant AT-ATs.
Oh, AT-STs, actually, because there's a difference. Darth Vader was awesome. I could have used a little more Darth Vader, but he is used sparingly and he is used awesomely, like perfectly, I would argue. This is a perfect Darth Vader right here. Just a little more would have been nice.
Yeah, like, they show him, like, he has a casual screen appearance time of maybe 30 seconds. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, okay, but he has a great line in there, though. His first appearance, he says this line, and it's
You're
so
like,
good.
that's the Darth Vader
Yes,
I've always
that's
wanted.
the one I want. That's not the whiny, pouty little...
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say Anakin.
I was gonna say Kylo Ren.
I like Kylo Ren.
A video for another day.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't normally do this. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of number ratings, but since it is Star Wars, we're gonna do a star rating. So, how many stars would you give this?
I'm gonna give this movie a 9 out of 10 stars. Well, actually, strike that. Throw it away.
Okay.
Throw it away. We're doing an 8.5.
8.5.
We're doing 8.5 stars on that one.
Wow, we have vastly different views then. We agreed on the issues, but I think they bothered me more than they bothered you because I was going to give this about a 6.8 out of 10. There's a lot of good, but there's a whole half movie of bad. So
I don't know if I agree with that, but it's your opinion. Sure.
we're all entitled to your opinions, unless you hate this movie, in which case you're wrong.
But if you do hate this movie or love it, we want to hear about it. In the comments below, let us know. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your Star Wars friends. Yes, fun times, movie reviews, yay.
And as always,
Steal the show.
If you liked this video and you want to see some more, we've got some videos that are going to be here-ish and one here-ish. So click on one of those, get linked to another video, and we will have a subscribe button right here. Stay tuned.